Yeah, that's neat recognition for Will heading into the season. You know, they reached out to our staff if, you know, we thought he should be recognized and why. And we talked about, number one, the priority we put on defense here, and then Will's pride in shutting down one of the opposition's better players on the perimeter, knowing that it would give us the best chance to win. And the neat thing about Will's ability defensively is that he can be as effective on the ball as he is off the ball. You know, we can have him guard people that are really good at getting to the paint, put him on guys that are spot-up shooters, they run off a bunch of picks, or just kind of put him on nobody and let him ball hawk and gamble around a little bit. So he's done a nice job of buying into that role, and it's neat for him, and, you know, add a little motivation to his play entering the season. Getting things started, we're excited. We've been going at it for a while, and you know, it's going to be a very tough conference, non-conference season rather. But we like the group of guys that we have and the challenge that it's going to give us in preparation for the Big Sky Race. And it all starts off at Colorado State this weekend. The downside, we still don't know about the prospects of Derek Selvig. That's probably going to be a game-time decision with his injury. And Derek worked hard in the off-season to prepare for his senior year. But we'll have to deal with that, and then hope that some of our younger bigs will step up, and with the opportunity that they're given early on, where, as you know, that might not have happened if we had a healthy squad. So that might pay dividends down the road as far as developing a little more bench, especially inside. You know, they're a Mountain West team, got a lot of talent, great program. They've had a lot of success the last couple of years. But you know, if they say that there's a concern on their end, it would be their lack of depth or experience in the post. But they've got very, very good guards and wings, guys that have logged a lot of minutes on some pretty successful teams. So certainly doesn't level the playing field. We know that it's going to be a big challenge for us. Well, I think just our approach, you know, we really thought with the amount of competition we had from last spring over the summer into the fall, our guys were really going at each other, that when we finally faced an opponent, we'd see that translate. And I don't know that we did necessarily on both ends of the court. Defensively, I thought we were still pretty good. Looking at the film now after the fact, we missed about 9 or 10 shots right at the rim. And I think that might have made us feel a little bit better, scoring more. We feel like we have a team that can score more points than we did maybe in the last couple of years. We didn't rebound that well, but again, if we score some of those baskets, there is a positive to the rebound margin. But overall, I think just our focus. You know, we've got a lot of new guys, or I'm sorry, a lot of returning guys, but not guys that necessarily played a ton of minutes. Some are playing in different roles. So we really got to make sure early on here that we're focused to our game plan and the way we want to do things. He did, especially in the first half. I mean, we wanted to throw the ball inside. You know, just because Brian's not here, we can't ignore the post. And you know, with a healthy Derek and Billy Reeder, Matthias, we can post up some of our wings and guards down there. We still have to be a team that attacks in the paint first. And Billy's done a nice job accepting that role. Hutch is another guy, Eric Hutchison, that his confidence has grown by leaps and bounds just by hearing that his teammates believe in him. And so, you know, it's not the optimal situation here moving forward, potentially without Derek, but it's going to give he and Billy a chance to be in the spotlight early, which we know will reap rewards for us down the road when we do have a complete team. And the big thing is he sees that confidence from his teammates' eyes on his own play, if that makes sense. And that's where he's really, I mean, he's walking a little more upright, his chest is out a little bit more. And it does loads for a guy when they know that their teammates believe in them, and that's where we're at with Hutch. Now we've got to head into these games that count and get him some time and get him some success, as well as Billy, who's still young. The neat thing in Billy's situation is he played, I think, 8 or 9 games for us last year before his season-ending injury. So, you know, he's not a true freshman. He's got some games under his belt, so he should be raring to go a little bit. And we'll obviously need those guys out of the gate, you know, to give us a chance to be successful.
I felt like we we kind of did an okay job on the defensive end. At the 8-minute mark, about when Derek went down, there were times where we weren't playing our best defensive basketball, let alone on the offensive end too. Like you said, our approach to the game was, to me and to most of my other teammates, was horrible. Like you said, we were going at each other's necks, day in and day out over the summer and through spring, just because we were hungry from what happened last year. So coming into the Lewis and Clark game, I mean, our approach to the game was, it kind of seemed like we played down to the level of competition. We thought we were just going to come in and steamroll them, but obviously that wasn't what happened. They came in here very focused, and at one point they even thought they were going to win the game, until it took a Matthias Ward 3 at the end of the shot clock, to kind of put down their expectations. But, if Matthias doesn't hit that 3, it's a whole different ball game, and their level of confidence even skyrockets as the game goes in. And I feel like it shouldn't have taken that. We should have been up way more than that, but I can't discredit them. They came in and did what they had to do. Actually, I just found about it, kind of when I walked into Coach office before we came up here. But and the first thing he said, don't let it go to your head, And he does a good job of keeping me grounded. So does the rest of the coaching staff. But as far as me, it's kind of just another notch on the belt or whatever, That right there, that's just an independent accolade of mine. I don't really care about it unless I'm getting a Big Sky championship for me and my teammates. So that's just something that will be another feather, under my hat, whatever, if we win the Big Sky championship. And I mean, like you said, I was already motivated to play defense. It started from being young, and I even talked to one of my assistant coaches from high school just a minute ago, and he was just saying, like he's been telling me from day one, you get on the court playing defense. And that's what I was taught when I came to the University of Montana, and that's still what we're trying to instill in this organization of basketball at the University of Montana on our team still. And me being a leader, I just have to do that and keep setting examples for my teammates the right way to play defense.